Good morning. It's time to choose our classes for next school year. So, woohoo! We do have Google Classroom set up for all of our students. As you can tell, every grade level has their specific classroom that we've created from the Counseling Center. And this is where we'll house information towards graduation, community service, lesson plans that we offer, and all that fun stuff. Mrs. Lawansing provided that in the chat for all of you guys to get there. So to jump into things, our next slide, we're going to check in and see how you're doing. So if you could in the chat, tell us how you're doing on a scale of 1 to 5. 1 feeling you're calm and relaxed, 5 feeling like you're about to explode. This seems like a pretty relaxed class. I see a lot of 1s and 2s. All right, just so you know, as your counselors, we want you to know that we're here for you. If you're needing some help or support, we understand that we originally thought we were going to be out for 2 weeks, and it's now been a year, almost to the day that we've been out of school. And so if you're needing a space to talk to someone or needing some help or support, at the end of our presentation, we'll have our email addresses. Feel free to reach out to us, and then we can, each counselor individually will be able to check in and give you their best mode of communication. All right, so our goals for today is to kind of go over graduation requirements, the lessons that we offer from the Counseling Center, and then we'll get to course selection. All right, so every year the Counseling Center puts together a lesson plan for our students. In 9th grade, we completed what's called a 6-year plan. This is where you plan the 4 years of high school and then 2 years after high school. In 10th grade, we did a career exploration lesson. This is where we had you take an assessment based off of your interests, and from the results of that assessment, it gave you an idea of what kind of careers best suit your personality. Now remember, that doesn't mean that this has to be the career that you follow, but it gives you an idea of what could be in the future to help you kind of figure out the courses you want to take, or maybe extracurricular activities you want to get involved in, and so on and so forth. In 11th grade, we'll do our post-secondary exploration. This is kind of jumping into what it is that you're going to be doing after high school. And then 12th grade is the senior credit check, making sure that you are on track for graduation, and if not, we'll get you on track for graduation, hopefully. And then again, we'll be looking into post-secondary planning, kind of figuring out, for real this time, what is it that we're going to be doing after high school. Any completion of these lessons, as you can see on the slide at the bottom, if you're having any attendance issues, completion of these lessons can clear attendance. So we're happy to be able to offer that for you if you're having any struggles with that. All right, choosing classes. So the way this goes about is a lot of times we will get teacher recommendations from your teachers to tell us, what level you're going to be moving up to in your classes. You will get the opportunity from our presentation today to look and see the different offerings that we have at Sweetwater. And then the last one, we partnered with Ms. Kazemi this year, and she helped us to create an online registration process. And so instead of sitting with us and filling out a piece of paper, you're going to be selecting your courses online and able to communicate that with your counselor. All right, who can tell me the difference between, I know we ask this every year and we're just going to continue asking it so everybody knows. In the chat, you can come off mute or you can put it in the chat. Who can tell me the difference between graduation requirements and A through G requirements? We'll give you a hint, it's already on the screen.
Isn't A through G, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're good, yeah, go ahead.
Isn't A through G like if you want to get to college requirements, and then graduation is for like high school?
Yeah, thank you, April. So the A through G requirements, like April said, it's if you're wanting to move on to a 4-year college or university, you have to receive a C or better. And then graduation requirements, you have to receive a D or better in order to graduate from Sweetwater District. If you meet the A through G requirements, you will automatically meet the requirements for graduation as well. So that's something that's there for you. And then we'll dive in a little bit deeper. You can see on this slide, it shows you the amount of years and everything that you have to take for these requirements. And then in our next slide, we'll jump into those exact classes. So social science, history, you will be taking that every year while you're at Sweetwater. And so this is a world history class, correct?
Geography.
Oh, world geography, ninth grader. Okay, so you're in world geography. Next year, you'll have the opportunity to take world history and cultures or AP world history. In 11th grade, you have the choice as well between AP US history or US history. And then your senior year, there's a couple of choices. We have the college prep, which is kind of the original or regular type economics and government class. It's a 1 semester of each of those. Or you can take a year-long AP economics course or a year-long AP US government course. English, you'll take that for 4 years. If you're part of the ELD program, you know what that is. If you don't know what ELD is, then you don't need to worry about that. But you will take English every year. 11th grade will be the first opportunity you have to take an advanced level English course. You can see there it says AP English Language or AP English Literature. Typically, students in 11th grade, if they're going to take that AP English option, they'll take the language first, and then their senior year, they'll take literature. And then 12th grade, instead of it saying English 12, it says CSU Expository. That's all it means. It's just it's a like pre-collegiate English course getting you ready for college after high school. Math. The requirement to graduate, you have to complete Integrated Math 1, Integrated Math 2, and Integrated Math 3, or Financial Algebra, as you can see there. Once you completed those, then typically students will take IM1 freshman year, IM2 sophomore year, and IM3 their junior year. And then senior year, we'll place you in an advanced math course. And the red devil way is that all students will take 4 years of math. Our science requirement, it's a 2-year requirement. You have to have 1 year of life science and 1 year of physical science. So typically students will take biology their freshman year, and then sophomore year they'll take chemistry or physics, and that will be what meets the requirements for graduation purposes. Visual performing arts, we like to call these VAPA requirements. It's 1 year of a VAPA course. They have to be concurrent or concurrently enrolled, so you have to take it, sorry, not concurrently enrolled, you have to take it for 1 full year. So you wouldn't be able to take, let's say, 1 semester of animation and 1 semester of mariachi. You'd have to take 1 full year of animation or 1 full year of mariachi. Moving on to world language, it's a 2-year requirement. We offer Spanish and Filipino at Sweetwater. We do have Spanish for Spanish speakers, so if you already speak Spanish, it's an opportunity for you to go into that a little bit more challenging course. Like I mentioned, the requirement is 2 years. However, if you were to take, let's say, Filipino 3-4, that is a 2nd year level, and so that would fulfill the requirement for the 2 years. PE, you have to take PE High School Course 1 and PE High School Course 2. Or PE Course 2 dance in order to graduate. So that is the requirement. If for any reason you're missing any of those semesters, either you transfer schools or you didn't take PE 1 year, or you may have failed a semester of that, we will have to place you in the exact PE course that you're missing in order to fulfill that requirement. And then our last one is comprehensive health. This is a 1 semester course. Typically students will take it in their senior year. However, there are opportunities to take this course in summer school, and then we have a partnership with Southwestern College where you can sign up for this class and also gain college credit for taking that course. If you're interested in any of those, let your counselor know. Electives. On the left-hand side, you'll see all of our year-long elective courses, and on the right-hand side are semester courses. So these are just some of them. Other elective courses that we have would be like if you've met the requirements for math or science, those could be counted as elective courses as well. All right. The CT Academies and Career Pathways, by clicking the raise hand button, how many of you are part of one of the academies or pathways? All right. Nobody a part of them? So anyways, we offer at Sweetwater CTE Academies and Career Pathways. These are the top growing industries in the country. And so if you're interested in one of these career fields, we recommend that you speak with your counselor about the opportunities to get some information or also to enroll in the courses. What they do is they help to give you a more in-depth experience, and when you're going to apply for programs or jobs, you have a head up on those who your competition because you've had experience to them already. All right, and I'm going to turn the time over to Mrs. Lansing.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ms. Lansing. Thanks, Mr. Barney. So in the chat, I placed a link to that'll bring you to the list of all of the classes that Mr. Barney talked about. That gives you a course description for each one of those classes. So if you want to know more about AC Computer Science, or you want to know more about Intro to Design, you can go to that link in the chat and you can read a little bit more about the class. Some of the classes have a little video that you can watch that will explain what the class is, what it's all about and all that, so make sure you check it out. So I'm going to start off talking about the different course levels we have at Sweetwater. So going into your 10th grade is a great time to start thinking about taking some of our more advanced classes that are available to you at Sweetwater, especially if you're a student who's getting C's or better in your classes. So if you're an A/B type of student, you might want to consider taking some of these courses. So at Sweetwater, most of our classes are what we call college prep classes, because most of our classes meet your A3G requirements for university admission. Okay, so instead of calling them regular classes, we like to call them college prep because they are preparing you for college level studies. A notch above that is our accelerated classes. Then you have honors, and then you have AP, which is our most challenging, most rigorous classes offered at Sweetwater. Honors and AP give you an extra point in your GPA if you get an A in those classes. So that's how students are able to get above a 4.0 GPA, is getting A's in their honors and AP classes. Now, AP classes have a thing called an AP exam at the end of the course. And if you do well on the AP exam, you could possibly earn college credit for those classes. It all just depends on which college you go to, what your course of study will be, and whether or not that university will grant you college credit for your AP classes. Here is a list of all of the accelerated honors and AP classes that we have at Sweetwater. So again, on that link in the chat, we'll give you a little bit more of a description on all of these courses if you're interested in any of them. So when I went to Sweetwater, I took AP Calculus because all my friends were taking AP Calculus. Not that I liked science and math, because I still don't, and that's why I'm your school counselor, not your math teacher. But I did not do well in AP Calculus. I took it because all my friends were taking it. I thought it would be cool. I thought it would be smart. But I would cry over my homework, and it was really hard for me because my brain is not a math and science brain. But if I knew better, I probably would have chosen AP Art History or AP Psychology, maybe AP English instead. And I probably would have done better in those than AP Calculus. But I didn't plan well. I didn't talk to my school counselor about my choices. I went with what my friends were doing. And so if you're curious about honors and AP classes, talk to us and we'll help guide you into the class that will be a good fit for you. Some other things to think about are these diploma distinctions. So when you get your high school diploma in 3 years, you can have these special gold seals or these gold stickers that go on your diploma. One of which is the Biliteracy seal. So if you can show that you're bilingual through your coursework at Sweetwater, you can earn a Biliteracy seal on your diploma. So you've got to get C's or better in all of your English classes. You've got to get 3s and 4s on your English FBAC scores. And then you have to show proficiency in another language. So the easiest way to do that at Sweetwater is to take 4 years of the same language at Sweetwater. So you can take Spanish all 4 years, take Filipino all 4 years, or take the most advanced year that we offer and pass that, and that will validate 4 years. So if you are a Spanish speaker and you take 1 year of Spanish 7-8, that will meet this requirement for your Spanish requirement. If you're a Filipino speaker, you take Filipino 7-8 and pass that 1 year, that will validate the 4-year requirement. Okay. Or you can take the AP exam. Let's say you went to school in Mexico for a few years, so you know that you can pass the AP exam without even taking the class. Just passing the AP exam with a 3 or higher will meet this requirement as well. So if this is something you're interested in, talk to your counselor. Another distinction you can get is what we call the honors diploma. So you can get a gold honors seal on your diploma. And in order to earn that, you need 17 semesters of accelerated honors or AP classes, getting A's and B's in those classes. So this is the perfect time. You're going into 10th grade. You can definitely meet these requirements with good planning. So if you're interested in that, let us know. So credit recovery in summer school, if you are earning D's and F's in any of your classes, okay, and when we say D's and F's, those are the grades that you earn in December. So your final first semester grades are in December, and your final second semester grades are in June. So as of right now, you have one set of official grades on your high school transcript, which are the grades that you got in December. Now in December, if you got any D's or F's, you should make those up, okay, depending on which course you got the D and F in. We usually have credit recovery every semester. Credit recovery has already started, so it's too late to join credit recovery at this point, but we will have summer school this summer. Summer school will be at Sweetwater. Not sure yet if it's going to be virtual, distance learning, or if it's going to be in person, but we know for sure we'll have summer school. In summer school, you can make up 2 classes. So 2 classes, you've got D's and F's in. And if that's something you need to do, because you know you've got at least 2 D's or F's, or 1 D or F that you need to make up, summer school applications will come out in a few weeks. They usually come out before we leave for spring break. Not quite sure if that's going to happen this time, but summer school applications come out around March, April. So keep an eye out on your email, keep an eye out on your junior grades and the school news, because you'll hear about summer school in the next few weeks there. All right. So, like you said, the link is in the chat for your course descriptions. You can either click that link, or you can always go to SUHicounseling.com. That's the counselor's website. There's a tab that says course listing. You can click there at any time and see all of the courses that we offer at Sweetwater. There's a YouTube channel of those videos I referred to as well. If you haven't subscribed to SUHicounseling.com yet, we encourage you to do so. That's the counselor's website. There's lots of information we post on there about college, scholarships, financial aid, jobs, career exploration, everything related to school counseling. So we post some of that stuff on your Google Classroom, but not everything. Everything we post on SUHi Counseling. So make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of that information. And before we move on to the actual form you're going to fill out to choose your classes, do we have any questions at this time? You can turn off your mic or put it in the chat. If you don't have questions right now, that's okay. I'm sure they'll come later. Okay. No questions is okay. All right, so in the chat is another link. It looks a little similar, but it's different. So this is bit.ly SUHi course registration. This is the actual form you're going to fill out to choose your classes. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. Like the screen says, you do not have to fill out this form today. Okay, it's due by next Friday. So not this Friday, but next Friday. We're giving you all of the information today, so you can start thinking about what you want to take, talk to your teachers, talk to your friends, talk to your parents, and then fill out this form. But I'm going to show you what the form looks like, okay? So there's a question about health. Comprehensive health is 1 semester class. and it's required for graduation. So in health, like Mr. Bynum said, 1 semester, it's required for graduation, and it talks about different parts of health: physical health, nutrition, reproduction. Number, and next year you'll be a sophomore. Then you'll click next. And then it'll ask you some questions.
I think we might have lost Mrs. Wallenstein.
So it'll ask, here I am. Did you lose me for a second?
We did.
Okay, I'm back! Okay, so second page looks like this. If you're interested in AP or honors, click there. If you're in fundamentals or ELD, click there. If you're not, then don't. If you don't know what that is, it's probably not you. And if none of these apply, click none apply. And then it'll go through every section. English, math, and so on. Okay, all the way through. History, okay. Some pages will ask you for a first and second choice. So when you get to your visual performing arts, it'll ask for a first, second choice. When you get to your electives, it'll ask for a first, second choice. So at the very end, it's going to look like this. So my list is very long, okay, but you want to make sure you have at least 6 classes listed on your list, okay? If you have more, then that's good, because that means your counselor will have lots of choices to pick from, okay? And we like that, because that'll give us more puzzle pieces to put your schedule together, okay? And then at the very bottom here, you can put any questions, comments, suggestions you might have in regards to us putting your schedule together. So for example, let's say you have asthma and you want to make sure you have to eat in the morning and not the afternoon, you can put a note in there for us, just so then we can take those things into consideration when building your schedule. When you're done, you click submit. After you click submit, you might change your mind. And it's okay if you want to fill this form out again. Just in the box, just tell me that it's your second, third, or fourth time filling out that form, just so that we know which most recent form to fill out for you. Okay. Let me go back here. So here are all of your counselor emails. If you need to reach out to us, if you have questions, if you want us to sit with you as you go through the forms, you can ask all your questions. We can do that too. Just shoot us an email and we'll be glad to help you out. All right, so we'll entertain any last minute questions from anyone.